Talofa and greetings. Thank you for joining me here this evening. I am Danielle Aina, a student at San Diego State University from American Samoa Master's Cohort Program. I am here to share with you my synthesis presentation highlighting the experiences I have learned throughout my 2-year journey with the San Diego State University Master's Program. So sit back, relax, and enjoy my presentation. A strong leader leads with passion and integrity, lifting up and inspiring others to the potential within. Throughout this graduate program, I have become much more informed, reflective, and responsive. I have realized that becoming an educational leader takes time and determination. Leadership is a journey that never ends. When I first embarked on my master's degree journey, I was inexperienced in many ways, both professionally and personally. Therefore, reflecting on my experiences throughout my 2-year journey is just the beginning of the journey that lies ahead. As I reached the end of my graduate studies, I realized that this program helped me to become an effective leader in my career. This synthesis presentation will discuss 6 main things, such as the artifacts, my personal goals for the master's program, how have I changed the way I perform and my job interaction with my co-workers, the goals and actions I will implement to make improvements, how I transition out of the program, and the difference from where I was when I transitioned in the program, and lastly, the summary of my synthesis presentation. First are the artifacts. Each artifact demonstrates quality work that shows my understanding, passion, and commitment to leading ethically. In the past 2 years, among the countless lessons about teaching, learning, and life in general that I have learned, I appreciate more than ever the idea of becoming a leader in education. From ARP 610, Educational Leadership course with Dr. Lally, we shared various types of educational leadership such as transformational, adaptive, authentic, and servant. I define myself as a leader with influence through vision, influence through action, and influence through empowerment. Influence through vision is to understand the curriculum and instruction so I can provide guidance to my staff and co-workers when they have questions about the field of education. Influence through action, an ethical culture in the school system is created as I demonstrated values through action and not just words. Influence through empowerment. I am dedicated to leading from the front, making sure that my comrades are tracking and accountable to the learning process of our students so that they will grow up to be great leaders in the field of education. From ARP 730, the seminar in Adult Learning course with Dr. Parn emphasizes adult learning as a learning methodology that enables adults to apply what they have learned to the real world. When done properly, it results in great learning terms for adults at their workplace or for adults in the classroom. With that being said, an avalanche of modern literature and research supports the fact that adults do learn differently from the way children learn. Through the use of internet and technology, I had developed cognitively due to exposure to a vast amount of knowledge in learning theories and their applications to my social contexts. The EDL 610 Visionary Leadership course with Dr. Smith leads me to become a more effective educational leader in my school. After careful consideration and studying of the 5 practices of exemplary leadership, I have come to know that there is more beyond becoming an exemplary leader. I have recognized the use of restorative practice to strengthen relationship with my school leaders by establishing effective communication, fostering a positive culture, adjusting my leadership skills, and interacting with students, parents, and all stakeholders. Furthermore, I also realized that it takes time to develop and create our schools to be the best schools because it requires a lot of decision making by every stakeholder, especially administrators, teachers, and students. It takes a lot of time to prepare because everyone must be on the same page, follows the same procedures, and make the right decisions by creating a welcoming, safe, and positive environment, encouraging the do no harm, using choice words wisely, and creating a never too late to learn environment. The ETL 630 School Improvement Plan course with Dr. Allen enhances using data to improve quality education for all students so that they will always remember that education is the key to success. In my school, data must be transparent to all stakeholders. In that way, everyone must be on the same page. Data is used to provide insights to improve the everyday decision making within my school. As an educator, I always focus on collecting as much information as needed to provide accurate data for my staff members to view so we can share the data and finalize what needs to be done in my school. The ARP 740 Advanced Seminar Educational Systems and Management course with Dr. Sachs and Dr. Garcia accentuates the eightfold PAT projects to analyze existing policies that are applied for schools in our territory of American Samoa. Also, during this course, I was able to develop a SMART goal in the beginning and at the end of the course to guide and improve my social skills with my colleagues and staff. Throughout this course, I have experienced various strategies that I know I will be using in my teaching career now, in the future, and in the classroom. From a leader's perspective, I have experienced the advantages of utilizing collaboration and leadership skills. First, I learned collaboration is what makes a great leader. I prefer my colleagues to determine what to do and count on me to help them out. Second, collaboration builds trust between my colleagues and myself at home, school, and work. To be a trusted leader, I led by example and showed my colleagues that I also trusted them. Third, I encourage myself to communicate effectively with them by talking honestly and in a meaningful way. The main goal of collaboration between my colleagues is to make sure we are all working to achieve the same purpose. The ED 650 Professional Learning and Growth Leadership course with Dr. Park was developing a professional learning plan or PLP to design and outline teaching pedagogies, ideas, and activities to equip teachers with skills and knowledge of geometry for grade levels 4 to 8. As for leadership, learning, and theories, these are the three leading roles of a leader I have developed during the PLP project. Empowering is giving someone the authority or power to do something. Awareness is where a leader must understand each group member's weaknesses, strengths, emotions, and feelings. Commitment is when a leader takes it upon themselves to develop others. ARP 747 Educational Leadership in a Diverse Society course with Dr. Quilemo is the creation of an action plan based on parental involvement and how the diversity of socioeconomic affects student learning and to increase the participation rate and involvement of parents in their children's education in terms of school implemented programs, activity, and functions. From this course, I realized an important saying as a motivation to reach my goals. There is no elevator to success. You have to take the stairs. It means things cannot happen overnight and it may not be an easy path to follow, and taking shortcuts will cause more delays. ED 690 Methods of Inquiry course with Dr. Tucker was creating a research bibliography assignment that expresses my topic on the impact of parental involvement in their children's education. I decided to talk about this topic because parents' role in their children's education is very important in every student's educational life. Also, parental involvement becomes a motivational mechanism that encourages students toward student achievement and future success. This course devoted me to become a more effective teacher. From researching and conducting the research bibliography, I have learned that the success of a child in education depends on the involvement of their parents. Parents simply need to show their children that education is an important part of life. ED 791A Evaluation Techniques course with Dr. Lally addresses 3 chapters of the study on reasons for teachers' absenteeism in the American Samoa public school system. The following research question guided the development of the study. What factors contributed to the increase of teacher absenteeism in the American Samoa public school system? Chapter 1 was the project proposal. Chapter 2 is the literature review or the argument part of the study. Chapter 3 focuses on the research methodologies and procedures of the study. This course helps me to strengthen my reading comprehension skills when it comes to research. I have noticed the importance of research to get information to support a study on a specific issue. I have also developed strong, effective writing skills, especially with the APA 7th edition. I personally wanted to thank Dr. Lally for all the APA handouts, and those really helped me improve my writing skills. I have developed effective ideas for teamwork and working collaboratively with my group members. I have learned coding, interpreting, and analyzing data throughout the first 3 chapters. ED 791B Evaluation Practicum course with Dr. Lally indicated the last 2 chapters of the study, where Chapter 4 stated the findings, analysis, and evaluations, and Chapter 5 stated the conclusions and recommendations of the study. The compilation project at the end of the course required the combination of all the 5 chapters, including the abstracts, appendices, references, tables, and graphs. Incredibly, I have gained collaboration with my group members. All the sacrifices we made and our promise to prioritize our group meetings were worth it. Most importantly, trusting each other also helps in contributing ideas and making sure we work on our individual tasks before our weekly group meetings. Teamwork makes the dream work. Second are my personal goals for this master's program. It has always been my life's ambition to pursue a graduate degree in order to advance my personal and professional goals. As a mother of 6 children, I wanted my children to emulate from me the value and the importance of education so they may succeed in life. In fact, their eagerness to learn has motivated me to push forward with my advanced educational pursuits. Moreover, I believe that this is the opportunity to learn more teaching strategies to enhance learning in the classroom and to watch my students grow and succeed not only in the classroom setting but also in life. As an educator, a role model, and a mentor, I am committed to creating a learning environment that inspires all sorts of diverse learning to provide my students to achieve and succeed as leaders in a future society. Therefore, I am very grateful to announce that my personal goals are met by the examples I learned in ARP 610 with Dr. Lally, such as leading with influence through vision, influence through action, and influence through empowerment. Third is how have I changed the way I perform and my job interaction with my coworkers. My lovely elementary school staff is my home away from home. Within my 2-year journey at SDSU, my coworkers were always supportive in many ways. I have observed my administrators lead with faith as they advocate for student success. They truly invested in my leadership skills, and due to their investment in me, I hope one day to invest in many others as well. As a teacher and a leader, I realize the importance of developing, implementing, and monitoring a shared vision with my coworkers. By working together as a team, our school goals were made and achieved. I was able to work hand in hand with my coworkers, use evidence-based strategies when making decisions, engage community members and stakeholders often, and remain committed to developing a thriving school environment that encourages the 4 pillars of the best school for all students of all cultures and ability levels to learn. In other words, our students deserve our best. Fourth are the goals and actions I will implement to make improvements in my professional career. One leadership action that I would love to implement is collaboration. It is very important to seek advice, listen to others, and cultivate trust. Instead of focusing on myself, I now feel led and look out for and invest in others. Leaders are extremely knowledgeable, and when focusing on results, goals can be achieved. For example, through the use of data in ETL 630, it must be transparent to all stakeholders. In that way, everyone must be on the same page. Data is used to provide insight to improve the everyday decision making within a school to serve the needs of the students. Another example from ARP 730: as a leader, the key to building a strong relationship with every stakeholder is to communicate by talking, listening, and hearing them out. Despite the fact of having different backgrounds, ethnicities, genders, ages, and cultures, listening and hearing their ideas and feedback are very important to develop engagement in communication. Fifth is how I transitioned out of the program personally and professionally, and the difference from where I was when I transitioned into the program. Personally, as I began with my master's program, I began focusing on my personal success and have always been a higher achiever. I was very persistent and make sure to give any task I face my all. Throughout this program, I have realized that I cannot possibly do everything on my own. Being an educational leader is not an easy task because I have to deal with tough decisions every day in the classroom. Professionally, dealing with other teachers and administrators is very important because we all work together for the betterment of our school. Moreover, I realized that I had to be a transformational leader who is committed to my mission and vision in order to drive people to action. Now that I have completed this master's program, I truly feel I have become an effective teacher, a better leader, and most of all, a transformational leader. I am now able to share my knowledge with other students' success on a greater level, and for our schools to become the best school. Based on ETL 610 course with Dr. Smith, I realized that it takes time to develop and create our schools to be best schools because it requires a lot of decision making by every stakeholders. Lastly is the summary of my synthesis presentation. In conclusion, I have grown in many ways throughout my educational leadership graduate program. The artifact of all the 10 courses summarizes how I developed as a leader in each course. My personal goals were met by transitioning my old leadership skills to the new leadership skills. My relationship with my coworkers and staff has improved by working collaboratively with each other to achieve our school mission and vision. The transitions from where I began in my master's program also improved and makes me a better leader. As a result of my master's 2-year journey, I have been humbled, educated, and changed through learning about the important aspects of educational leadership. As I seek to be a lifelong learner, it is my desire to train others to invest in children and educate them in the most effective way possible. Although I am not sure what the future holds, I am committed to impacting the world by leading with integrity, passion, purpose, empowerment, and actions. From the leadership roles that I gained from this program, I am excited to apply what I have learned to apply for higher leadership positions in my career in the American Samoa Department of Education and to hope one day to lead a school that cultivates a welcoming environment where students thrive.